Welcome to the first video for Christian Questions. We have with us today David Miller. Our first question is going to be from Israel Kuna, who asked the question, as a Christian, how should I react to people of other religions? Do I rebuke or do I love? Quick background on David before we dive into the question. He went to Liberty University, where he has a degree in religion and a minor in worship. He's one of the founding members of Home Sweet Homeless, which is one of the local ministries here in Orlando, and he is the newest Element pastor for Discovery Church.
Very cool, appreciate it, brother. To be honest with you, dude, I wish that more Christians would ask this question, because I think that if we did ask this question more often, we wouldn't be known for the atrocities of like the Spanish Inquisition, you know, the Crusades and whatnot. Also, I think that it would be awesome because the term Christian wouldn't be synonymous with Bible thumper. I worked in Virginia at a restaurant for a few years, and there was a girl that had you know, a gay couple sitting in her section, and this girl comes up to me and she says, "Dude, I hope those guys know they're going to hell." And I remember looking at her and like I burned with anger, you know, and I looked at her and I was like, I can't believe you just said that. Yeah. Please stop claiming the same God that I claim. Because you make it so much more difficult for me to show anyone who God is and His love because of your judgment. If she were to ask herself that same question, like, do I show love or should I show judgment to people that are different than me, that don't share my same views, this entire world, I think, would be so much better. Jesus was questioned in Mark 12 what the greatest commandment was. And He says first that you are to love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, and all of your strength. And then immediately after that, He says, you are to love your neighbor as yourself. What a world we would live in if we all loved our neighbor as ourselves. And He says there's nothing that is greater than these two things. Nothing in the world that can make you a better follower of Christ than to love the Lord your God and to love your neighbor as yourself. I find it to be an incredible point. He even goes a step farther in Luke 6. He tells us not only are we to love our neighbors, but we're to love our enemies. Could you imagine if we loved our enemies? If that girl at that restaurant loved our enemies, if our country loved our enemies, what would that be like? You know, we say we're a Christian nation, but I mean, what if we loved our enemies? This isn't to say that we as Christians are to be like blind or ignorant to the world around us. I think so many times we're so afraid to offend someone that we plaster this kind of fake smile on our face and we walk around as though we're more pod people than Christians, and there really is a difference. In fact, Jesus, again, in Matthew 10, He's giving instructions to His disciples as He sends them out to the world to kind of spread the good news. And He says, when you go into a town or a village and someone doesn't accept the message, someone doesn't accept you as a guest and give you hospitality, not only do you leave that town, not only do you leave their home, but you wipe the dust off your feet. That doesn't sound like a passive God. I don't serve a passive God, but I serve a decisive Lord. My hope in all of that is that we will no longer be known for our judgment or our condemnation, and in the same respect, we will not be known for our complacency as Christians, but that we'll actually be known for our love. So I guess to answer the question, you know, how are we to respond to people that don't believe the same as us, whether it's another religion or someone that lives in direct contradiction to who God is and what Jesus says, I guess the answer would just be love.
Alright, so thank you.
Appreciate it.
That's awesome. Thank you, Israel, for sending in your question. Remember, send in questions to christianquestions@yahoo.com, and then look for answers at www.youtube.com/christianquestions. That's all.
Beautiful.